Hi guys, welcome back. I just made a dumb movement. Dumb moment. I was doing a video and I was singing 9 to 5, that song. I think it's called 9 to 5. And I didn't want to get copyright, so I paused the video. And I went to go unpause it, and what happened was I ended up ending that video. So I'm uploading that one. And because I just didn't want to close it out with like a minute left and have to edit that. So anyways, it's currently like 6 in the morning, about 6:30 in the morning, and I was going to finish when I finished this row. And yeah, I'm currently working on my shawl still. I think I'm going to do another row and then end this video. We shall see. Basically my morning right now, while I sit here in bed, kids are with my mom, they're camping, Daniel's at work. Later today, what I want to do is I want to move a lot of stuff out to the shed that needs to be done, and that's going to be Daniel moving it. And organize the shed, that's mostly going to be Daniel moving that because it's a lot of heavy stuff. I just want to get the stuff out to the shed, needs to go out to the shed. And yeah, so I'm just sitting here chilling, sitting here minding my P's and Q's and R's and S's. Dog's been let out, he's been fed, he's been all the things that need to be done. And yeah, so I'm just sitting chilling, working on the shawl. I'm currently on my last skein. In my last video, I just added the yarn, and based upon that one row, I used up that much. It doesn't look like much, but it's a lot. Alright, I'll be right back, just a minute. Okay, I'm back. Let me get my light going. I don't try to use the lamp light unless I absolutely have to. The one plugged in. It's one of those things where, like, if I could recharge something or not have to charge something, I'm going to use it. It saves electric. It's fine. Got my little burner. This is a 2-hour candle. Now, I do have some wax down in there, so it might burn a little bit longer than 2 hours. If you notice, when I bought these, it says that these were the right size for them. They are not the right size. These are, well, first of all, there's 20. Oh, I thought this was a 6. It's not. It's a wick. It's just like a flame. 2 to 2.5 hour burn time. These came out of the box, so they're in here upside down. 1/2 inch by 4 inches long. Yeah, you know, typical normal information on here. They're from Biederman. They come in different colors. I'm going to trim the wick before I light it. Beep, beep. I gotta burn this to make it sit, because, you know, it's small. Let's see. My fan's on, so it's like being an issue to me. Anyways. I shall return. Hang on. I have decided that me being hot and needing a fan on right now is more important than lighting that candle. So that's what I'm going to do. Yes, I'm covering up my lap. My legs are ice cold, but like up here is just, it's a no-go. Okay, back to this. Okay. Working on the shawl. Working on the shawl. Working on the shawl. So in the prior video, I said that I was wanting to make a 3/4 circle shawl. They're starting to become right now one of my favorite shawls to wear and make. I haven't made one to wear officially. The first one I started making was last Wednesday, and that has now that one has a home. It's finished, but I want to make one that I can wear in the winter time. So I'm trying to understand where I'm coming from. Wear in the wintertime outside and inside, and where it can block the wind, but also like when we have those really cold winters where it's snowing and the house is full of snow and it's like in the 20s, negative, 20s and below, where it's like in the negative numbers, where you have to have your heat on. First of all, I'm not going to freeze nobody in this house. That's not what I'm doing. But where you have to have your heat on, but you don't have to have it so high. And you can sit there and you can be in a hoodie, in a pair of sweatpants, and like to throw on a shawl that you can like either have it just lay there in the front. You don't have to like tie it, you don't have to do anything. And it's warm enough where it's literally keeping you warm as if it's not snowing outside. That was fantastic. I don't have the money to buy wool and alpaca and mohair and all the animal fur. I would love to make one out of that one day, but in my budget, being on Social Security disability, that's not an option. So what I have is like acrylic yarn and things. So what I'm thinking about doing is, I know it's going to use up, there's a weird balance, okay? Like if I make one, I want to make a 3/4 circle shawl, maybe with 9 instead of 8 little pie sections on it. And I want to do 3 4-weight yarns put together instead of 2. And the reason why I say that is because it's going to block out the wind better, which is going to keep you warm better. And it's more of a thick barrier than having 2 of them together. You're going to need a bigger hook, which is going to work up faster. But at the same time, you're using more yarn. So it's like you're breaking even, but you're not. Less rows, more yarn, as to more yarn, or less yarn, more rows, which means same amount, right? So I don't know. And I think what I want to do is, I don't want to do like bright colors. I think I want like something subtle, something that I can wear with everything. Something that's going to keep me warm, something that's... I said I didn't want to do black, but if I wore black, my dog's fur, hair, whatever you want to call it, you wouldn't be able to see it, and it wouldn't drive me insane as much. But crocheting and knitting, but crocheting with black, it's just not going to work. So I'm thinking maybe like a dark brown. I don't know. I want to figure out my color choices first. I want something that's not going to show a bunch of stains and things like that, but keep you warm. So something that mimics animal fur, but not as crazy. Not as expensive. And I appreciate and love anybody that uses that type of yarn and goes natural fibers. I'd love to go natural fibers, but it's just not my budget. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. But yeah, I just want something that I can stay warm. And I'm going to have guys, we're going to have a baby this winter. That's crazy to me to think. Even though I have 3 older kids, so it's like, yeah. Just when you always have a baby, like reality just... It's the things that's like crazy to think, but you're ready. But like, until it happens, you're just like, that's crazy and wild. And then it happens, you're like, what? Here we are. It's gonna be fine. I'm hoping, I know this sounds selfish, maybe not, where we live, a lot of the kids are walkers to school, and or they have to stand and wait for the bus. And I'm hoping that, like, if we have any bad snow weather, anything like that, school's closed, because I don't want nobody walking in that or having to walk down in the streets because the sidewalks are blocked, and then cars sliding on ice, hitting kids, kids falling on ice, getting stuck in the street, me possibly falling with a baby, kids falling. It's just nightmare fuel, and I think if people are home in the wintertime, it's better than trying to have to send them off to school. And yeah, I get it. Sometimes school is like the only place of heat for a lot of people, and sometimes it's food. But I think as a government and as a whole, we need to do better to never shut off anybody's electric, to never to help with the people in need with heating and food during those times of crisis when we are on like a weather advisory that says, hey, do not go out. That's just what I am. I don't know. I'd rather be stuck inside with 4 children, one of them being a newborn. Dang, she'll be past 6 weeks in January. That's crazy. January is about when we get our really bad snow. That's wild to me. Wild. I think what I'm gonna do starting in October is buying a bunch of salt, and October, November-ish, and that way we're good and prepared. Because last year we was not prepared. We did have wood for the wood burner though. That was great. We get to see how the new room is going to hold up in the winter. I think it's going to be just fine. It's just a thing of, like, it was finished in April? May? April or May? I think it was May when it was complete. I can't remember. It took like a week. It took less than a week to get it done. But yeah, we get to see. It holds heat in the summer. Like, it's very well insulated, which makes me think that it's going to be just fine in the wintertime. Now we don't have like the ceiling units going into the bedroom and into that bedroom, only because right there by the door and in our kitchen, which is off into that room, we have heat that comes down, and where it comes down it stays pretty warm and it circulates into there. So we didn't do that just because it would make that area even more hotter. So it'll be fine. It's gonna be just fine. Okay, I am coming to the point almost. Let me show you. Here is the point. Here is the stitch. It's getting pretty long, and I'm not weaving in the ends until I know for a fact how long. I have my hair on me. I'm not weaving in the ends until I know how many rows I get out of the skein. Now I know I started with this light blue, but yeah. Oh, I've said this in prior videos. I had 4 of these skeins of yarn. It was the blue steel or steel blue or something like that. And I don't know if I ordered the wrong ones or if they gave me the wrong ones, or if they were out and somebody substituted with like the closest thing that they could. I don't know. But they gave me 2 dark teal, and I did not want to return them. And I'm like, you know what? It's close enough. So my blue is a little bit different. However, it's more down towards the bottom. So, can't really tell. But, yeah. This is one of my shawls for the fall and winter, too. It's the moss stitch. I want it to hang down my back. Tie, go from the front, go around my stomach, tie in the back. I'm not buying any more skeins of yarn for the sole simple purpose of I'm getting to the point where it's running out of rows quicker. 2, I have a baby bump, and every time I'm going to have to try this on and see it, my bump gets bigger, which then is counterintuitive to me thinking that I need more yarn. So I'm just going to wait till she's here. Who knows? I very well may finish it next year for all I know. Sometime. Or just leave it. Because, you know, newborn baby trenches. Anyways. So with that being said, I'm just going to wait till after she's here and try it on and tie it around in the back. Because, yeah. I know I'm not going to be my pre-size, but you know, when you don't have a baby in your belly anymore and your uterus is back down to normal, your belly kind of goes back down to normal. I will say, I do want to work on myself after having her. See, I had my hip and my pelvic bone, my pelvic floor reconstructed with metal and things like that. So I have a hip replacement and a pelvic floor replacement. Half of my pelvic bone, front and back, is nothing but metal. So that took a while to recover, and then we end up having, I was going to the gym, and I was doing all the things, and then, like, basically doing physical therapy, but, you know, like, walking and muscles and things. And then, October hit, September, October hit, like, school. And everyone in my house, at any given time, including myself, we had flu, we had strep, we had bronchitis, we had head colds, we had nausea and vomiting, we had stomach bugs after stomach bugs, allergies, strep again, the flu again. So literally from like September, October-ish, all the way up until literally March of this year, there was always somebody sick, or myself. So I couldn't just go to the gym because Daniel's work schedule, he's gone before the kids even have to get up, and I'm with the, you know, I'm with the kids. And I'm not complaining, I'm just saying, like, I never went back to the gym. And then at that point, I found out I was pregnant in February. Yeah. And then I've been sick. I've had hyperemesis gravidaeum, and it's just like, okay. Great. So I could go back to the gym, yes, but I don't want to go back to the gym unless Daniel's with me in case I start to feel ill, I get lightheaded, I get weak, I get, you know, all the things. And, but right now, like, our Wednesdays, when he's off, that's the only day during the week where the kids are doing something, and, we could go, but we've had baby appointments on those days, or it's just a chill day. It's, you know, like, he works and works and works and works and works, and, you know. So, there's that. I have no idea how far I'm going to get in this video, or in this, I don't know how long it's going to take me to get in this video to get to the other end. I have ice cold water in one cup. I got a can of Coke next to me in the other cup in case I start to feel sick. And then Daniel brought home these Cliff bars. I guess they were on clearance. I don't know. He brought them home after work. And they're energy bars, but I don't think they're like energy as they call them. I wonder how much protein's in these. Here's my thing. I gotta try to eat more protein. 6 grams of protein, so that's not bad. They are really good. I didn't want y'all to sit there and see me eating those energy bites. I didn't want you to be like chewing. Anyways, with this pregnancy, I noticed I am not a one that can sit there and eat a meal or what's supposed to be like a somewhat meal. I am one that like, I can eat food, but I have to eat like 2-3 bites at a time. Anything past 5 bites, I am ill, like violently ill. This, like one of these, say it's like a bag of Doritos or something, I can split it in 2 and finish it. Or if I'm really hungry, I can eat one in a whole sitting. But I have to like pace myself every couple of hours for like 30-45 minutes. I know I said that backwards, but I just can't. I can't eat, like if I was to eat a whole bag of that, and there's not that many. If I was to eat like a whole bag of that, or like a whole bagel, or 2 beef sticks, or like half a burger, I am ill. And I'm talking about like I'm throwing up. I don't feel good. I'm lightheaded. Like my head is pounding. Yeah, it's not great. And it's just this pregnancy. There's like nothing. I don't think there's anything. I've never like had anything like this before in any of my other pregnancies, to my recollect knowledge. I do my glucose test tomorrow, if I remember. If I remember. I'm gonna be right there at the hospital anyways. I'm gonna be passing the lab, so I'm just gonna just do it all in one day, so we don't have to go next week. Next week, I have a mental health appointment, and the kids have their appointments, and yeah, it's all good. I know kids are gonna have to come home and get a shower, because they camping, which is fine. Oh, my youngest, I thought this was so funny. I had a piece of that in my tooth. Anyways, my youngest was in the creek with his clothes on, with a steel bar of soap, taking a bath in the creek. He's just playing. I love it. It's great. But yeah, they're camping with my mom. She took off a couple of days to go do something with them. And it just worked out too, because I have an appointment on tomorrow. And ever since COVID, like, okay, here's the crazy thing. You know how like your kids get older each year, so like you never had them at that age before? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. When I was pregnant with my daughter, my oldest could be there. He was 2. So he was able to be there with us on like some of them, but like there was times where he just didn't have to be there. Like when one of my grandparents watched him, which was fine, and he got to sleep in and do whatever he wanted to do. And then when I was pregnant with my youngest, my daughter was the same age. She was 2 turning 3. And sometimes it was like an appointment day where like she was out of preschool or whatever. She got to be there. Now, 6 years later, they don't want any kids at all under the age of 13 in there. And I'm just like, that makes no sense. But okay. Because like I know they can be rowdy, I know they can be loud, I know they can do the things, but sometimes kids aren't old enough, and sometimes you don't have a babysitter, and sometimes like, you know, you don't, you gotta do what you gotta do. And it's, I don't know. It like bothers me, but it doesn't at the same time, if I'm making any sense. Did I make it up over the edge? Did. This is what I have left. So I get to the corner. Here's where I fastened on. What I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna loop these once just to keep them together. I'm not going to cut them like I usually do. But I'm going to loop these once or twice and knot them. And then split them like by the color and weave them in. I don't know. We'll see. Or I might just weave them in. That's what I've done with my other ones on here. But here's what's left of this cake. The hole is even bigger. It's fine. It's gonna happen. It's and I'm on the second row. It's fine. It's totally fine. The reason why we're going at almost 26 weeks pregnant to get an ultrasound done is because she would not sit still on her 20-week ultrasound one. And even though like everything looked great, they just wanted solid, clear photos of her, just so they could have it to like, you know, genuinely make sure. And then if something looks different from when she's born, you know, we can go, okay, that happened. Was this like this here? Did it get better? Did something happen that worse? Like, they're just wanting to check on her. And, you know, I get it. I understand. What if I put this here? Would y'all like that? Let's see if y'all can, I don't know. Let's see if y'all like watch it being pulled out. That'd be kind of cool, right? I don't know. Okay, let's see. I just like to sometimes watch the yarn being pulled from the center and watch what it does. Now, I did just pull some of it when I pulled it closer. Not intentionally, it was just on my finger. It's like very memorizing, see it? I don't know, I think it's cool. Kind of get that center pull feel. Okay, it's not as fast as I thought it was going to be. Let me see if I can, is that better? Maybe. Okay, okay. We are at 25 minutes. So, well, plus the intro of this video. So we're looking at like 30 minutes. Each row takes me a while now because it's just so long. It's fine. 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 I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to look up winter style shawls to crochet and get some ideas. I want to do the pie 3/4 one, like I said. But I just want to see what I can get done and get some ideas. And, because I want to be warm this winter and each winter afterwards. Let's see. My lip is chapped. I think after this row, I'm going to set it aside and work on my pink shawl while I look up. I'm not going to finish this row because I want to be able to know where I'm at and not have to like backtrack and be right there in the corner. I think I'm going to end it here on this one. Move this over. That's my 7mm hook. I'm switching to my 6.5. I'm on the second skein of this one, and I don't know if it's going to take the whole skein. When I was doing like calculations, it didn't say I would, but I have like 9 more rows to go, and this is what I have left. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've done 5 rows with this skein. Anyways, here is the 3/4 shawl. See how it like hangs down in the front? It has that like nice drape to it. And what I did was I pinned, I'll show you. So what I did was I marked the last pies because it's the same each time, but like you have to know where the end pies are, because when you get to them, it's not 2 here and then 1 all the way in. It's 1 here, 2 at the end. As to when you're on that row, as soon as you start it, it's okay. So when you start it, it's looking backwards to you, I think. But every time you start a new section, it's 2 here and then 1 in every other one, 1 in each one. And then you chain in between those. So it's just a little bit different. And then to let me know, because right here to down, like to the middle, like the point of the neck, I needed 10 to 11 inches. So I just marked it here so I can just add my other rows up and measure from here up to get to where I need to. So I'm at 17 inches from here down. I need, I just said it, like 10 to 11 inches. So there's that one, and I'm going to work on this one. It's taking longer because this, like, if you're doing the 8 pie crust, you're adding 8 each time. 8 increases, so it's 1 per every pie crust. I keep calling pie crust. For every pie piece, but I'm doing 9, which is 1 more, which is fine. So I'm going to work on this. So just, if I run out of that one, I run out of that one. It's life. I have another skein that I wanted to start another one of these with, but with a smaller hook. But if I don't have enough, I don't have enough, and I'll figure something out with that one. Alright, I'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys.